What is in the van and where did you get it from? My most commonly asked questions, so I thought I'll do a wee video of a walkthrough, talk through, and show you what I got. So we have rejigged it just recently because we got a new system put in the back. Actually, we'll start off at the back. Let's start off at the back. So we recently got a new power washer installed by Power Washer Services, which is this bad boy here. It is an absolute beast of a machine. It costs £6,000 including the VAT, and it's a 21 litre per minute, 3000 psi. It's got a key start, so I don't need to smash my knuckles on that. That's just if the battery dies, you've got another way of starting it, and that just saves me smashing my knuckles all the time as well. We've got the downstream chemical injector. This is sodium hypochlorite, and you don't want to put that through a pump because it will just kill it. It will absolutely kill the pump. So it doesn't come into cut, so this little part here goes in there, and it siphons up the chemicals, feeds it through here, so it doesn't actually come into contact with the pump. It heads off down through this. So it's a 60 metre high pressure hose reel and 70 metre water hose reel. That connects onto the customer's tap and it fills that bowser for you. It's got a little stop top at the top there, so it stops it filling up or overflowing. I'm absolutely over the moon with this bit of kit. Power Washer Services, I will tag them in this post. All the safety gear can be bought on Amazon, about 150 quid will sort you out. Safety ropes, safety harnesses. When you get a rope, make sure it's got an eyelet on it. If you don't, and you make a mistake, you'll have to make your own eyelet, and then you lose a bit of length. So that's me just being stupid. So make sure you get one with the right with an eyelet on it. It'll just make it easier for putting a carabiner on. This safety harness is about 75 quid. This one's a bit smaller. That was 35. Ropes, they're about £20 each. And you make sure when you get a sender that the writing on the ascender, see that 8 to 13 millimeters, that means the rope needs to be between 8 and 13 millimeters for it to work effectively on this ascender. So these are 30 quid, they're about 20 quid, come in 10 or 20 metre lengths. This is for clearing gutters and downpipes. Little nozzle connects onto the power washer. Then we've got the various guns along here as well, and then we've got the bigger guns up here for reaching like fascia boards or doing roofs or whatever it might be. So we'll move around to the front. In case you're wondering, this is where we cover Dundee to Bridge D. So 7.4 metres working height for the scaffolding. Ramps were 50 quid on Amazon, weren't expensive. In fact, let me see if I can get this light on. Open that door and then the light comes on. We've got a dehumidifier in here just doing a wee bit of work to get the last of the moisture out of the air, make sure that nothing can freeze. We have the carbon fibre poles. I've actually just got a new set of poles, a new set of pole holders. I want to show you. These are really cool. So these I've just gotten off a friend of mine, Paul. He runs RIP 3D printing, and I'll tag him in this as well. So these are quite well. These are free because I'm beta testing at the moment. I wanted to see if these were going to be any good. So he printed off a whole bunch of them. We've got more down here as well, just to see if we can replace these ugly things that I usually use and kind of smarten things up in the van a wee bit. So they're going through a bit of testing at the minute, and I'm really quite happy with them, to be honest with you. So I will tag him in this post as well if you need 3D printing. I believe you can do ceiling mounted ones with magnets. That'd be a discussion for yourself and him, but yeah, highly recommend 3D printed. Because I've got a big bag here full of poles, and I want the rest of them on the wall with them. So we're going to get more of those. These are just dehumidifiers, Amazon. Kilogram each. When that turns pink, stick it on the radiator to dry it out. 20 quid for 5 of them. I've got 10 in the van, just kind of dotted about, sucking up the moisture. Best weed killer you can get, quite cheap. It's just vinegar, cup of salt and some fairy liquid. The fairy liquid acts as a surfactant and it stops photosynthesization. The salt dries it out, screws with the pH, and the vinegar also screws with the pH, but it attacks it on a molecular level, destroying the cell walls. So that is a really cheap, effective way of getting rid of weeds, especially if you've got them on chip stones and you can't really be bothered with it. So chuck that on it, brilliant, and that, just use that to spray it on it. We've got the 18-inch surface cleaner here, awesome bit of kit, got that from Equip to Clean quite some time ago. We've got this chemical bowser. People ask me, where did you get that from? Can you send a link? I often send pictures to a company called Power Washer Services who did my jet wash there, and ask them, can you find this for me? And they usually do. So this was about £300, and I put gentle chemicals through this. It's dead handy. So we can use like spray and leave or spray and walk away, something that's not got acid or bleach in it, and it won't kill the pump. So we use that for a more gentle approach. It's a little a little battery. In fact, I can show you one here. In amongst the chaos. So that's the battery that operates this. They're about 55 quid for a spare one. So I've got 2, and you get 2 hours of pump time out of that. It's really cool. The hose that's on that didn't come with it. It was a shorter hose, but I wanted the extra length. So this is 8mm thick with the metal braiding going through it. You ask for food grade, and you get the metal braiding going through it. It tends to last longer. This was about a 10 or a 12 quid off at Amazon. There's a spare one. They're quite robust, so I've not had to swap that over. Had that for about a year, and it seems to be holding strong. And we got the surface cleaner, another surface cleaner, scrapey tools from Skyvac. We get all our scraper tools from them. Scraper tools can go onto the end of the carbon fibre poles and stuff like that as well. So we've got a wide use for the scraping tools. We've got the gutter vacuum from Gutter Vac Systems. They're just a phenomenal company to deal with. This one's got 3 independent motors, 3600 watts, and a total of 11,500 litres of suction per minute. Isn't that crazy? So this will just soak anything up. It's absolutely brilliant. Wet, dry, doesn't matter. Never had an issue with it. The company's amazing to deal with. Cannot big them up enough. Awesome bit of kit, and that connects onto the poles and the hose. What else have we got that might be of interest? This is just a dehumidifier. Just ignore that. But that's pretty much the van. So yeah. So I'll stick up a bunch of links for the various companies that I've bought things from, and do my best to answer any questions you guys might have. So thank you for watching, and feel free to hit me up with any questions you've got.